So in this session, we'll try to understand the Spring Boot application integration along with MySQL using AWS RDS. Okay, so RDS stands for Relational Database Service. Using this, a developer can set up and operate and scale the database in cloud itself. Okay, and many advantages we can understand with respect to Amazon RDS, performance wise, scalability, okay, so availability and durability, so many and cost effectiveness. So many advantages we are able to use using this particular AWS RDS itself. So TK, to do this, what we have to do is first let me show you one Spring Boot application along with the MySQL. Okay, yeah, just wait. Yeah, so this is the basic application. You can easily understand. It's not a right. Let me save this, and now let me close all these things. I just want to explain you. This is the project name. Just now I have created. In this we have entity, we have a controller, we have a repository, and if you are observing application or properties, I am just configuring the MySQL properties where I am providing URL. Okay, where I am providing URL. One second, I am just changing as per my MySQL configuration, username, password, and all these things you might aware, right? So now try to understand the eighth one. Is not required, it is an optional. If you want, you can use, but these things and the fifth one is mandatorily we have to define. And now if you are observing these packages, this is the main class, and the entity class is a person, where it contains person ID, first name, last name, and then email. So as we already aware, every entity class must have an ID column, that means a primary key column. That is the reason I annotated this property by using @ID, and this I wanted to auto generate. That's why actually I am giving this generated value. This already I hope you are all aware of this. Okay, let me take this person controller from here, person repository. I am going to save the person and getting all the persons by calling the respective stuff. And this person repository is extending from JPI repository or cloud repository of person type, and then followed by primary key column type. This everything is fine. Let me try to run this application, but before running, I am just closing this for the first time. Okay, even for the first time or second, that's not a problem. Let me try to run this application, run as Spring Boot app. So let me try to open the console. Yes, it got started. Okay, since we gave the update previously. Okay, so for your clarity, instead of update, create if I am giving, and before that I am just stopping, so that I want to create the new database table, and I want to create the new data itself. That's why for the first time I am just changing that to create HBM to DDL.auto as what create. So if you are observing the console now, it is just dropping the existing table and then creating the table newly itself. Now once it is done, I want to insert the data. If you really want to insert the data, you have to use these APIs. So to do this, what we have to do is just open the, it is just running on port number 8080. So what we have to do is localhost 8080/person, and the request type is post, and first name, last name, email, and all this is the information. If I click on the send, so person ID is going to be created. For example, here Rama. Okay, so here Krishna, here I am just giving my email ID, ams.11mc@gmail.com. Let me click on the send. So the two records are going to be created, and if I am changing to get, and I think I am defining one more. Yeah, this is a person only. It's just a get type itself. So just click on this. So as of now we have inserted the two records. Let me send this, and then we are getting these two records, isn't it right? So this is simple. Up to here it's very clear, right? This is a normal Spring Boot along with the MySQL integration. Okay, and moreover, to do this, I need to explain you what dependencies we require to add this. MySQL connector, Lombok, Spring Boot starter, web, and then Spring Boot starter data JPI itself. These dependencies we have to take care. Okay, This is all about this Spring Boot MySQL application. Now I would like to like what integrate. I want to like what okay, whatever see here I'm straight away I'm using the local database, that is your MySQL. Instead of using your MySQL database, I want to like what use the AWS provided RDS service itself. So how we can use that RDS service? RDS is also nothing but it's a relational database service. It can offer so many databases. Just by clicking the one button, we can launch any database instance. So it depends on the requirement. So for this, just keep like this. I want to like what show you how we can work with that RDS. Let me come back to like what your AWS account. Okay, click on this account, switch into the console, and here go to the under search, go to the RDS service. Okay, managed relational database service. When I clicked on this, yeah, here we have to like what first create the database itself. We have to like what create the, let me click on the databases. Here there is no database, right? So now we have to like what click on the create database. I'm just creating the database itself. So yeah, standard create, just choose like that. Here which database you would like to use, either, so it offers some databases, which kind of database you want. So as per that you have to like what choose that. MySQL I'm just choosing, and after that MySQL 8 version is fine. Production, dev test, and then free tier. Please try to like what select free tier. Otherwise if you go for either production or dev, it might be charged. Okay, you have to like what pay something. That's why please try to like what be careful while you are working with the AWS stuff. So after this DB instance identifier, anything you can give. I am just giving Java Jungle. Okay, our channel name I am just giving. Master username, anything you can give. For example, I am giving root. Okay, master password. Here we have to like what follow some constraint while you are giving at least 8 printable ASCII characters. Here also I am giving Java Jungle. Okay, and confirm master password also I am just giving Java Jungle as the password. So after this, just try to like whatever I am giving, you just try to like what give straight away. Okay. So public access. Okay, just click on the yes, public access, and after that additional configuration, you just click on this. By default database port number is 3306. Even if it is a local database also, if it is a MySQL, that is 3306 only. Here also I am just keeping like that only. Oh my god, where it is 3306. Okay, and after that additional configurations estimated and all these things are fine, but okay, let me click on this additional configuration. Initial database name, so here Java Jungle I am giving. Okay, so this database name you have to like what remember. Why? Because while you are configuring in the application.properties jdbc colon mysql colon localhost 3306/sys, this is the database name of my local MySQL. So whatever the initial database name you are giving, so that particular name you have to like what give it there itself. That's why you have to like what remember this. Okay, that's enough. Remaining all are what the default settings. So once you do this, click on the create database. It takes some time. Definitely it takes some minutes of time. We have to wait. So we don't require this suggested add-ons for Java Jungle. We don't require. Okay, it is just creating a database. Of course, as I said, it takes some minutes of time. So we have to you just try to like what observe the status. Okay, it is creating, after that backing up, after that completed. You will get that once you get the status as green, so that means your database got created. So with those credentials, I am going to like what show you the existing Spring Boot application. Okay, so please wait. So once it is done, I'll continue. Meanwhile, if you have any work, please go and then finish and then come back. Thank you. So whoever watching, since it is taking some time, you can just forward it. So I don't want to like what go for editing section while I'm uploading because I'm not aware. So that's why whoever watching, you just try to like what little forward, then I can continue from there itself instead of wasting time. Right, you see the status is going to be changing from creating to backing up. This is the second step almost we have done. Okay, once it gets created, then I can change the everything itself. See here, what we have to change is uh, instead of local host, the host is going to be created now, and the username is root only, and the password I gave something like Java Jungle. Um, Instead of create also you can give. If I'm giving create or anything is fine for the first time. Okay, now the only thing is host is going to be, we have to give the host. Once it is done, that host is going to be I mean we'll get that host itself. We have to wait for that. Successfully created database, it was saying. Still status is showing. You can use settings from Java Jungle to simplify configuration of suggested database add-ons. That's fine, but once I refresh this, any status is going to be changed or what? I'm just checking. Okay, still backing up. Okay, let me click on this Java Jungle. Okay, since here you see the endpoint, so this is something like host name itself. Just let me copy this, come back to here, wherever the local host is there, I'm just passing there, and followed by 3306 is the port number of your RDS MySQL also, which I gave SYS instead of SYS. What is our Java Jungle is the database name itself. Username root, password is Java Jungle, and everything is fine. Now let me save this, and now if I run this application, before I am running, let me stop this, and now we have this RDS configured MySQL credentials I am passing, and come back to here. Let me try to run as Spring Boot app. Since I am creating using create only, it is just dropping the existing table and creating newly itself. Okay, let me come to the postman. If I am changing to post, your first name, let me click on the send. The person ID is going to be generated itself, created itself. All right, for example, one more row I wanted to like what create. Anything at gmail.com. Let me click on the send, so that one more row is going to be created. Now I'm going to like what see this yeah, person only, right? If I'm clicking on the send, all the list of the persons we are able to fetch. But since we configured this, this is something like RDS we configured. So how can I cross check that information? How can we fetch the data? Can I see? Because if it is a DynamoDB, directly we can there only we can create the table, and then straight away we can go there and then we can see the database. But here in the RDS, we just configure the database name, we just configure these things only. But where should I see the data by using these credentials? For this, what we have to do is your your MySQL workbench is already there, right? So from here, what we have to do is we have to go there. Okay, what I have to do is, yeah, let me so once you close this MySQL connections, there is a plus symbol is there, right? You just click on this plus. Okay, here Java Jungle RDS. I'm just giving any connection name you can give, and instead of host name, whatever the end point, you just it was there na Amazon AWS.com. Port number is 3306. Username is root, and then click on the test connection, and it was saying password as we already know Java Jungle. Okay, click on the OK. Successfully made the SQL connection, click on the OK, and then click on the OK. Okay, duplicate name, a connection with the name Java Jungle RDS exists. Acha, already exists, right? So RDS Java Jungle RDS demo I am just giving. Click on the test connection, click on the OK, and then click on the OK. That's it. So now here so many connections are there. Now let me click on this Java Jungle RDS demo, right? So here only we can cross check. So Java Jungle is my database name. In under tables, person is going to be created. Just now we have inserted this data itself. So in this way we can integrate. I mean we can integrate the RDS MySQL to our Spring Boot application. I hope you understand. So okay, so this is how exactly we can work with this RDS service, and the same application we can I mean we can deploy by using elastic beanstalk also. So that I will take you in my next session itself. Okay, so thank you. Please try to practice. If anybody is getting any queries while you are doing, okay, please try to keep your questions in the comment section. Just by watching it will not happen, nothing will happen. So you have to practice along with me itself. So then only you will get more confidence and then clarity, I am very sure. So please try to like my video, share the video, and subscribe my channel. Thanks a lot.